Well guys, welcome to the Phyrexian Arena, because today we are playing a full anti-meta deck. It has a backstory and I will tell you everything, but the idea is that we will not lose to aggro today and we'll see how it goes. Because the deck is very... You will see, I think it will make you really happy. But first we need to get the win here. Our opponent is spamming some small creatures and we should be prepared for it. Oh, the Pride Mate will be pretty huge. Of course, we have nowhere to run only, but don't you worry. We'll change it as soon as possible. Of course, this is an aggro deck, so they are doing ton of cards while also having lethal pressure. But, oh yes, you are starting to see what we are about today. But first let's go Cornucopia. Let's buy ourselves a little bit of more time. So this deck is not random. Guys, I tried to build multiple very cool decks. You know, I was hyped. I will try to rebuild it and show you because I have really cool combo. And I played on the ladder and like 6 games in a row was literally nothing. Nothing except turn 1 drop into turn 2 either 2-drop or double 1-drop or something like this. Like basically only decks that try to kill you, nothing else. And I thought, alright, we'll play by your rules and we'll make sure that we have 2 mana, so we actually need to kinda tank those extra cards. Our opponent is drawing the 3rd card from Halia, but we can kill the Pride Mate. They probably don't have too much. We can steal life gain. Oh, our opponent is not only playing 1 and 2 drops, but also cards that say, if you cannot kill my creature on first 4 turns, you will not win the game. Perfect, perfect. Our first victim with all the perfect answers. We have nowhere to run, but you know, it was kinda hard to play because we still need to set up Cornucopia and stuff like this. Of course, we play sweepers, but we'll have to fight for it a little bit, unfortunately. So I think we go for the Sanctuary. As you can see, deck is full of removal and it's still not easy to get all the stuff going, but we should be able to. It looks rough, but don't you worry guys. We have it covered. Let's see what the play is. Normally it could be Halia, but of course they can have something better in the top 4 cards. And guys, that's not even everything. Oh man. Sorry, I just need to keep killing creatures. So this drops, they swing. What is the play? I think we could go double bat to prevent all the life gain. Get some, you know, life gain from Cornucopia. That seems decent. We need to survive after all. I'm of course playing into sweepers, but even if we don't draw them, I think we can still kinda salvage the situation. I would love to get more life gain. But with 2 cards we should find something for the next turn. So instead, I think we just get rid of all the life gain they have. Because I think they don't have a way to trigger it again. So we're at 3 after Phyrexian Arena down to 2, which is exactly enough to win. This is the stuff, guys. This is why I told you that don't you worry. We've got this covered. Let's see the priority. Oh, I feel it's nothing. Very nice. Very, very nice. So let's go for the Pride Mate on this turn with Cornucopia. So the deck is everything aggro decks absolutely hate. Life gain, removal, sweepers, and even ways to go around ward. But you will see more. It's just a start. We didn't even get the best cards. I really hope this will be even more spectacular. But for now we are okay. So this will be 3 damage. You know what? I think we killed the Channeler. With this they cannot push damage, and that's the only way they can win. Like, the game is starting to break for them because they lose pressure, we're doing twice as much as them, and suddenly they just don't have the damage output they need to, you know, keep it up. We just need to draw some... Yes, oh yes. Oh yes. We got Cardo, removal, and more Cardo and life gain in different forms, and Annex is perfect because it's also a win con, as you probably noticed. But for now, we can go with some cool demons. Yep. And even though, look, we pay 1 life per turn, and we just get more and more stuff. I will play the last card. Our opponent needs to push 8 damage but with Halia they cannot, like, it doesn't scale. If that was Channeler, Pridemate, I would need to play around it. Halia is just not strong enough to force lethal, which means we can take a slower turn, and well, on the next turn you will see how bad it looks for our opponent. 3 damage, here we go, my hero. And here we go. We still didn't draw the actual card. Yes, now we are really talking. Let's go Sanctuary. And we can start doing some really cool stuff. I think we just sweep the board, honestly. We could skip live gain. I think this is really good. No, we just take the Sanctuary. So that means we can actually attack. Oh, this will be fun. This is so fun. Man, I dreamed about this. And it's actually working better than I expected. And our opponent had insane draw. Every deck would just die to it, but not us. Not us. Let's go for this. We get our cool live gain. Yes, triple live gain. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, we'll destroy the whole board, including our demon. So that's why we need some extra mana for the Sanctuary, because we need to start getting... You know what, we don't have Annex open, so if they try to sneak something... Hexproof Indestructible, the classic. Oh boy, sure, why not? Why not? It's funny because -2/-2 sometimes can be better, but now, do we have enough mana? I believe we have. So we go for the demon and also Annex, so now we live gain even more than before, and we even have a blocker. So sure, they can still push damage, but now we live gain even more than before, and we don't have multicolored, we don't really need to. With so many cornucopias, you just need a stream of live gain just to offset Annex, Arena, and as you can see, they just cannot break it. Sure, 4. Doesn't matter. We live gain 5 a turn by playing a single spell, and we are doing 2 cards per turn. Oh yes, and some of them are this, which redraws itself, and yes, it is multicolor, but it's not for the multicolor, it's just an extra. And what can we do? We chill. We actually don't need to do anything. This is how we start to win, and we can use the mana at the, later part of the opponent's end step. Oh yes, oh yes. So this could be for this. Okay, let's go for this. I think we didn't play anything. I think we get double life gain. Yep. So it's 6 life. Well, let's ask our opponent who the real life gain deck is, because I think we will beat the life total very soon. We got another Annex, very nice. Maybe I should do it main phase then, but shouldn't really matter too much. And now the new turn, so we can trigger Cornucopia again with Heartless Act. Let's see how they play. Honestly, we can just face tank the damage for the rest of the game probably. Exemplar is perfect. Victim. So normally with a deck, you just luck removal at some point, and that's what they bank on. You know, nobody plays so much removal. So, we have a deck that always does removal, and they indeed do die. 6 damage a turn doesn't matter, and we are doing more and more cards. And now we can also activate the Sanctuary at the end step, which gives us even more stuff. I could do something like double block with Cottage, but honestly it's just 6 damage. Why would I click if I don't have to? We are just proving the point. We go to end step. They of course draw the card, because that's what aggro decks do. Get card advantage on top of turn 4 wins. Makes sense. And let's get more cards, shall we? Yes. Oh yes. Man, this is so satisfying. So first let's swing and see if they react. We can have more demons, so let's see if they want to trade Sanctuaries. No. They just give us 6 damage. They don't really interact with the other deck outside of swinging all. And we could kill everything, which is a really nice idea. Yeah, I really like this idea. Let's go. We like it. And every single turn you have more and more life, more and more cards, and your opponent just starting to lack options to do anything. And now we can go Annex. This is also amazing card, not only because, it just gives you a lot of stuff, but it's basically 8 mana of place in a single card. So if you have deck that doesn't have too many cards, or card draw, It also fuels you for one turn perfectly. And this is the card I actually wanted for the whole game. We couldn't draw it, but we are doing just fine. And against artifacts, you can play Desist for green mana, or you still have Cornucopia. So you can also win matchups that aren't really only creatures. But artifacts, enchantments, even Cavaro. So this is the reason why this card was included, not really for live game, but it's still good live game. Leonardo. Yep, because they got like 7 extra cards by playing aggro. Oh, here comes the next one. Oh, man, they drew the same amount of cards as we did early. This is crazy that the aggro decks could keep up for so long. Normally, this type of deck is already dead since 5 turns. We can submit too. And it doesn't really matter because we have so much value, we can keep up this game plan for literally the whole game. And that's why inevitably you just win. I could win this faster, but it's just too fun, man. Especially that we started so rough. And, we needed to fight it. It's very cool to get it. Somehow they still have cards in the end, because of Halia, 7th casting. So, we could just Day of Black Sun. This is 3 drops, so let's go for 3. And even if you don't have demons in this deck, Cornucopia is doing all the work. You just need to live gain 2 per Annex, so not very hard with this type of deck. And you know what? I feel that we can go with even more Phyrexian Arenas. And see? 27 to 27. This is the breaking point where we will start to win on the live total. We just need to get the next thing. And we also play some cores. We are not going for, because we don't really need to, and it's not removal. The idea is that we have removal spells. So we only have 2, just to make sure that we can activate it permanently at some point in the game. Or our opponent is hoping that playing more creatures will get the win. We will see about this one. Case can be a little bit scary. Bro, are they still drawing cards like every turn? I cannot believe how much card advantage aggro has right now. But, we will beat it anyway. Oh, that's 4th, right? I think they need 4 on the case. Or is it 5? I need to read it. 5 for... Oh, so it doesn't matter. Yep, let's draw 2 cards extra on the start of the turn. Oh, the last card. Oh, this is actual perfection. Man, I'm having so much fun, especially that, 6 last games with a different deck I tried was literally this, and I didn't have enough removal and I lost to it. And it was so annoying. And now we are actually bringing the ultimate boss of anti-aggro, anti-meta, and as you can see, they are absolutely hopeless. This is one of the best meta decks for aggro, and it didn't stand a chance. Let's go, because this is just a start. Are you a creature enjoyer? See what I mean? Every game is 1 drop. Every single game. It's so rare to see, land and pass, at least for me. We will kill it immediately, because that's what we do. This is our, purpose. They have purpose of seeing this number go down, and we need all the creatures in the graveyard. That's what we do today. And suddenly, those decks stop working. In a way, it's kinda fishy, because those decks kinda assume that maybe you will miss on removal and sweepers, and this is their main game plan. When you don't, they stop working. Do we go Annex or Arena? Arena kinda does the same for now, at least. We can live game later. And we are not pressured to get Demon as quickly. I will go for Arena. Of course, our opponent is getting a little bit ahead, because now we didn't spend the turn killing a creature, which is a crucial, grave mistake for every deck. Because, they can get a little bit ahead, start holding protection spells, this kind of stuff. We can usually afford it because we play quite a lot of sweepers, but it's the first risk, but we needed to set up card advantage, so no. Kinda the thing we need to do. The other choice would be to play Cornucopia for the live game, but I really want those extra cards. You see what I mean? Literally, deck spams 1 drops, 2 drops, and does nothing except it. So all you need to do to beat those decks is to spam removal for 1 and 2 mana for the whole game. And that's the hard counter. We can go Cornucopia. Get the stuff. Yeah, I think we go for it. I'm curious what they have in the last cards. It could be the Space Dragon, it definitely. So they play stuff that creates 2 creatures with 1 casting. This is usually what you use with Space Dragon. So I think we keep Heartless Act. The only downside of this card is that it cannot remove things with counters. So, you know, you need to be careful. That's why this is not played as much as Shoot the Sheriff. So they decided to only attack with this. Very interesting. So they want to bounce it. Otherwise they would just attack with this and hold the elves, because they provide the same mana. So if we target it now, they will do something. Okay. It seems the deck is kinda mana hungry, so I will still go for killing Mana Dork. Yep. Spider is dealing damage, but not too much. Let's get the cards. I would love to hit a sweeper, but you know, if we don't, it is what it is. How do you work exactly? Discard a card, so return is effect. We can play around it and kill it. So we probably want to go for the core to set up the next turn. Yeah, let's go. I think we have time. I needed to count if I'm dead before I play this. We have 3 mana, which is a little bit unfortunate. This tapland kinda got us. So we might have... They didn't go for it. I was so then this play makes no sense. Unless they change the mind after seeing we are holding mana for removal. That would be the only explanation. Let's see the swing. Do they now attack with all? They keep this familiar for some reason. Very interesting. I will take this. I think we can afford it. They have something, and it could be Smuggler's Surprise. Huh, I think this might be Smuggler's Surprise. So let's kill the familiar. If then they go for the ability, I'm happy with it, because that kind of ruins their mana. And it's not like we'll lack removal during the game. Okay, that's good. So no Smuggler's Surprise, and they still needed to waste a card. I'm very happy with this. Normally that's not the play you make, but in current situation with this build, you can play differently. Because you are so overpacked with removal that some plays start to make sense, even though normally you don't do them. Okay, this is our full setup. 3 cards per turn, tons of life gain, and now we just need to make sure that nothing big winning the game, you know, sneaks. But bro, but it's dead. Why would you transform a dead creature? See how laughable those aggro decks that completely obliterate you normally are if you actually build toward them? Nope. Nope. You are not having a single creature that is alive. They feel hopeless. This feels like junk now. And that's the point. They build around you not having enough removal. And, you know, if you have it, it just feels silly. Let's go for this. We need more life gain. Oh yes, more power. Do we go for demons already? This could kill very quickly. I mean, very quickly. Let's go. There is slight risk. Because if they have some combo that wins out of, you know, nowhere, maybe they can win the game, but we're at 18. Oh man, this would be a nice card. But let's see, they definitely have something more. We didn't see the full build. Well, bro, they are not even trying. Like, we are smorking them so hard they just lose hope. And for a very good reason, guys. Let's go another, because I'm having a blast. Look at this, guys. It seems somehow that we are playing against aggro deck that is trying to kill us. I'm surprised they don't have one drop. Of course, I would love nowhere to run. And unfortunate that we are on the draw, which means... So, why being on the draw is so important? If you are on the play, you play the curse, and they have Aerialist. It's a 2-2. You kill it, they cannot do this. You probably won. On the draw, you cannot do it, and you actually need to tank all of this. And now, if they have Shard Mage Rescue, you cannot kill it for the rest of the game. So, pretty big difference. Basically, game deciding. And we didn't draw Hex, so, you know, we cannot still overpay it. So for this reason, we will go into different game plan, trying to ramp as much as possible, so we can pay the ward on extra before they get this to like 10-12 damage. We'll see. As you can see, even if you have full deck built around, you know, killing aggro, you still need to draw the right cards at basically start of the game already. And if you're on the draw, you will be at disadvantage anyway, even with fully dedicated build. But we are prepared to always steal an egg. A tapland, huh? A tapland. Let's check the priority. Wait, we actually don't need anything, because they have Shard Mage Rescue, which means that they can give hexproof. But well, we don't care. And this is why we have this deck. Man, we are absolutely slaughtering those aggro decks. Like, it's not close. Every game, even if we are on the draw, we always find a way to just, destroy everything. Oh man. I mean, this is the solution. If we play this type of decks, aggro is no more. But of course, if you get matched with control or something else, that will be a bit of a problem. So I think what we will do here is Cornucopia into, guys, you guessed it, Cornucopia. Because not only we have 3 extra mana, but we also potentially can live gain 6 between turns. But for now we chill. Warding is also not as important then. Let's see if they sheltered. Then we kinda dodge sheltered on Annex. Of course, we're kinda short on cards. This is why you need to play some draw engine as well. But for now, I think we have time. This life gain really helps you to stabilize. Like, basically you can ignore a lot of those creatures because they just don't have damage output to threaten you. I will just play this. We have enough plays. We can be wasteful with cards and kinda barrage them so they are running out of answers. And Survivor is not really their game-winning card, Like, if they protect it, it's like, okay, you have 3 damage per turn, and we just life gain 3. So they are barely making any damage after using the card, and, as someone said, it gets worse, but not for us. Oh man, I love it. And I hoped it will work, but every time I play deck like this in Standard, it just absolutely overperforms my expectations. I will keep it. Do we go for the Demon already? Yeah. Then they cannot really attack. They need Shelter just to attack. And we also start getting extra cards. And we have so much life gain that it doesn't matter how much damage they deal. And this is the card that just wins you the game. Oh man, we'll absolutely crush it. Yeah, go for the Demon. Surely you will win after killing 5-drop for 1 mana. Yep. Spam those enchantments. Get the big number. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Oh, this deck makes me happy. I think it might be my favorite deck. Because it's so frustrating to keep losing to aggro because you play a normal deck that, plays balanced game plan. They kinda bank on you not having this type of deck. And when you have, it's so one-sided, it's actually hilarious. Oh, this deck just makes me happy, man. Here you go. Now you need to change the deck into something that does more than one thing. Let's go for more cards. See? They know. It's absolutely hopeless. Well, guys, what a surprise. It seems to be another aggro deck with 1-drops. What a surprise. I think we really need to start killing them, huh? Momo is very, very deadly creature. It skyrockets their tempo. You need to kill it when you can. It's not great because this is just a 1-drop. You want to hit removal on the big stuff, but this is just, too powerful. So, 1-drops are must kill very often, in current Standard. Shepherd, at least it's slow, but we don't have Annex, we don't have Phyrexian Arena, so that's a bit of a risky side. Because you can still lose to aggro on value. They have tons of value on top of, deadly tempo. This is why you need to play something that gets you ahead on the cards. Otherwise you will just lose on value against aggro deck if you trade 1 for 1. Like, the famous Badger is a great example of this, because it creates 2 creatures. So if you spend removal, you kill Badger, the 1/1 is left over, it can be buffed, stuff can happen to it. So over time you just lose battle by using removal on creatures that have 2 instances. Shepherd can get them tons of value. Like, they have, I think, infinite loop as long as they have pixies in the deck, right? They can take the pixie, play it, bounce this, and then warp it again on the next turn. So they can take every pixie from the deck. This deck has tons of card advantage. But at least it makes it slow. But the only way to punish it is to draw Annex or Arena. Otherwise you are just, you know, slowly running out of removal, and at some point they will have creatures and you won't have a way to kill it. Do we? I mean, this is 5 drop, so probably not. Probably not. Do we kill the pixie? I think we will. We need to draw one of our card advantage cards. We are living by a thread here. It looks good, but it's not as good as it seems. Let's get the core, just to get extra mana. And the Desist part will probably not be meaningful for this matchup. They don't really have any meaningful artifacts or enchantments, if anything. It's mostly creatures. And they probably play this monk that has, you know, this mini storm that they get 2 copies of it. Okay, so this should be Pixie. That's okay. It buys us time. But at some point we need to draw the card. And maybe you should play 4 arenas and 4 Annex. I think I'm at 3 Phyrexian Arenas right now. Maybe we need more. I thought with 7 cards and also Cease and Desist times 4, which you can cycle, we should get it every time, but we'll see. At least our opponent is going slower because they are going for the value. This is the player. We need to draw the right card. Nope. Well, 2 lands! Oh, the golden classic of being desperate for a value, and you get 2 lands. That was devastating. We might lose because of it. So, I will go for the Sanctuary and start to be aggressive because I have nothing else to do. At least we still have Shoot the Sheriff. You are a rogue! Absolutely not fair. So we cannot target it. We don't super care, but something that might, you know, be meaningful at some point. Evangelist. Huh. Let's see if they attack. I don't want them to have 2 bats, but we kinda have to, you know, kill this. It's too scary to be left alive, so, you know, it is what it is. We live gain at least, but we still need card advantage. And you see how important it is to hit one of those card advantage. Oh, 3rd land from the top, thank you. I definitely needed it. Oh, it's so bad when you draw like this, man. We are aggressive because we literally don't draw anything since 3 draws. That's really bad. And you can see that we are losing on value. It's 1 card to 7. We have food, so we are pretty good at racing, but at some point we were just with. I'm happy that it got a little bit scared here. Got us 1 extra trade. But yeah, I mean, we need to draw the card. Simple as that. Like, we'll lose without Annex or Phyrexian Arena, and we need to probably draw it very fast. We should draw it like 3 turns ago. Well, that's an interesting one. What's the target, my friend? Food, alright. I wonder if they hoped for Sanctuary and they realized how the card works, so the only target that was viable was actually this, or they knew about it. It feels like they wanted to hit Sanctuary to me, but you can never know, so we'll see. As you can see, we are not threatened. We have tons of life. But we need... Okay, we got 1 of the cards. This one is worse than Annex, because if they remove it, you don't get the card. But maybe this is the part where we, you know, can make it work. It's probably Cottage. I mean, it's kind of the same damage. But this one creates food, so why not? Let's go. They have 2, which is very important. Exile up to 1, create a food. Okay, so this is separate. Just making sure that we still get the token. We're very aggressive, but that's not really what we should be doing. This is just emergency play. So I don't really count on this winning the game. I think we really need to get extra cards and win that way. They have 6 and 2 here, and they tutor for 2, so they actually have right now 7-9 cards. A lot to our 0. So Arena, you need to do a lot of work here. Alright, they get the discount from Momo because this one has flying. They draw more cards. And here's the Sage. Well, this can deal a lot of damage. Don't forget they have abandoned Air Temple, so at this point we probably need to start getting sweepers. At least this doesn't stay, but that's a lot of damage and it will be more. And the next time they can deal with like 6, and depends on the pump here. Okay. Okay, we're trying to recover. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Do we go for the core? We want the demon, so we probably go for this. We activate. And if they double block, we can start killing stuff, which is super important. You know what? I think we should hex first. No, we might kill Momo. We'll see. And it also might give them false sense of security that they block with 1-drop and something, and then hex actually helps us to trade. Triple block! Didn't expect this one. Alright, that's a good play. Let's go. Let's go. We gain life, because why not? And see, this is why you make those plays, because we just got extra removal on their big stuff without spending a card. And they still got some damage. So this is getting a little bit better for us. We need to still, you know, get back from this whole 6 turns of not drawing good cards. So we are like 6 turns behind or something like this, which is what you see here. But with Arena, we are actually getting back into the game. Slowly. And it's very vulnerable. If they sheltered and kill this, we are back to being super behind. So I'm a little bit concerned if they can remove this. That's the biggest downside for us. We're relying fully on this one card. So I think they have this reliquary heart thing, but I think it targets creatures or artifacts. It cannot target enchantments, if I remember. Okay, it's a land, that's good. Lands are solid, but I mean, they are not answers to what we have. Okay, extra card, give me. I need 3 annexes from the top or something like this. Okay, 2 mana. I mean, that's one way to draw. Oh boy. We live gain, but this is not the draw we wanted, that's for sure. I think we need to keep pushing, man. If they trade cards, it's still good enough for us. Because we are getting more cards per turn. They know we don't have removal. You know what? I think I misplayed a little bit. I should bluff. Okay, this is actually fine. So we wouldn't get it anyway. Let's get mana. We lose it, we make our dose a little bit better. Obviously would prefer to keep it, but it's acceptable. We can attack with this dude. It's, I think, good enough. If they lose Shepherd, I'm kinda happy with it. You know what? It's actually not needed. I expect to lose Sanctuary, so I don't think we'll have this mana. Yep. Good. And you can see, we are fully reset, and those 5 cards, or 7, 9, whatever, it's 1 Riddler, so it's even more. So those cards are opened is ahead, is because we drew this so late, the Arena. But every turn we are getting closer to, you know, net zero compared to our opponent. But we have a long way to go. We still are missing all the annexes. And by the way, this is why we play both Arena and Annex. Because 4 Annex is not enough. Like, you will miss them sometimes, and this happens, and you cannot miss this. That's why we play Arenas as well. But, you know, with the Shuffler you can still miss even with 7 cards. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So that's the only reason the game is going on. Our opponent decided to go into combat phase and not do anything. That's so weird. I'm chilling. We just need those extra cards, annexes. We need to finally get to our good stuff. We need to stop drawing mana. Alright, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go! This needs to get us out of the pickle. We might... Come on. Ankh, we can replay. That's good. I did not expect Ankh, but I honestly don't remember if they played in every version. We played and showcased this, but I just don't remember. I didn't realize that it was an Ankh deck. But we have so much mana that it doesn't really matter. I could play Demon, by the way, so a little bit hasty play. But kind of does the same in the end. But we could activate the food token, so it was strictly better to just airbend. Oh, right, and we can draw some... Okay, that's actually a big misplay. Because with airbending you can cast both sides for 2 mana. If I recall, I think that's how it works. Alright, so you can see, now we are entering the equal game. If our opponent doesn't do something massive on this turn, we will start to be ahead. This setup is enough to win. We just need to not lose it for like 2 or 3 turns and we should be golden. We're already finding the answers. And soon they will lag board and you know, they also die to the demon on the next turn, but I assume they solve it. They can bounce, they can, you know, airbend, they can find a way. So it's Simrip and they kill the demon. Swing all probably. Oh, they are going for the counter spells. Okay, interesting. I didn't expect this, but now they cannot really attack. And they still need to tank the demon somehow. Isn't Simrip like literally the same but better? They wouldn't have summoning sickness. And they could attack with this, and they would also pay less mana. I think Simrip is literally the superior play in every way. There's no point in doing this. Yeah, it can get any non-permanent. So yeah, I think it's just better. Of course, they are aggro, so they are getting premium value on everything they do. You cannot play Riddler in control deck. You know, the decks that are supposed to have all the card advantage. You can only play it in aggro. And then it's 2 mana, draw 2 cards, which is insane ratio. And not available to mortal decks that aren't aggro. But that being said, we're getting to the stage where we really get ahead. Okay, so now we can start thinking about winning from here. If we attack, they have to block. Because this is a kill. Very important. And if they multi-block, well, we probably can get a good trade out of this. Really? Okay. I'm open to think what will happen at the end step, because as far as I know, you are dead. Bro, this is... Why? Why would you not block, bro? Seriously. They just died. With 3 creatures to block. I'll take it. We didn't drop a game against aggro deck at all. So guys, I will tell you the score because it actually crushed my expectations, but like we need to talk about this deck and the reasons why I wanted to showcase this, because it's not random and I will tell you exactly what's going on. But first, our absolute legend for today is Undead Eater, and my friend, I know you enjoy control, so you probably enjoy killing creatures, so this one is for you. I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for supporting the channel. Hopefully it was a fun day on the arena and you had as much fun as I did, so thank you so much. And about this deck, I will show you the score. We went 4 wins, 1 loss, and we won against every single aggro decks. Those 4 wins were 4 aggro matchups we got. 1 loss was Cavero. They played Cavero and I scooped. That was exciting. You probably don't want to waste your time on that game. And this is kind of the point, because this deck does nothing. It makes no sense. It has 1 win con and it's Annex and I guess Core and Cottage, but let's be honest, you have like 1 card that kills even in this deck. And that's the whole point. You don't need to do anything except killing creatures in basically majority of standard, because every deck is just full spam of 1-drops. And I told you I will explain why this deck, you know, what happened. I played unranked, testing one of the different decks that was way more creative and interesting, and I played 10 games and every single game was 1-drop on turn 1, most on the play, and I was like with 0 lands and it's already bored trying to kill me. 10 games in a row. I needed to play 11th game to see someone playing a land and not playing a 1-drop creature. It's crazy, man. Standard is so ridiculously aggressive, and those decks kinda base on you not having this deck, because if you have removal for each of their creatures, those decks do nothing and they just die. So I think we proved the point. I didn't play too many games, but you have seen how one-sided, even with bad draws, they were against aggro decks, and I had a really fun day. So I will keep it at that. not playing more. Tomorrow I have some idea, we will test it, but you kinda can see where we are in standard, that you can play full Pyre of Removal, and it is enough because if you beat aggro, that's majority of your game, so it doesn't matter how you do against other matchups. At least this is experience for me when I play usually, and this is also why you don't see a very cool like creative combos, you know, slower cards, because they just get cut out by 1 and 2 drops on the play, and you cannot really play anything that isn't this pile of removal. And I think we proved the point. So guys, tell me what you think. Is that the same experience for you? Maybe your meta is a little bit slower, so I hope so. But yeah, I hope you had a lot of fun killing those creatures. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all amazing patrons for allowing us to make the craziest piles to counter the, you know, the meta, the merciless meta that we have. Really thank you guys so much, and I hope you had a lot of fun. And that's it for today. Cannot wait to read your comments, guys, and see you in the next video.